Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, amazing viewers. Today's reading will be taking a look at the energy around you and what's going on in your situation. Is there a solution? Is there anything you're needing to know? Any advice, guidance from spirit in regards to what is going on around you at this time? So, beautiful people, we have three options to choose from for today's reading. Option number 1, option number 2, and option number 3. I will leave the video running for a bit. I do ask you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is sitting right with you. All right, I will see you at your pick. Hello, gorgeous angels. You guys picked pile number 1 with the rose quartz heart. Absolutely beautiful. And the first deck here. So we're taking a look at the energy around you at this time and any sort of guidance from spirit, any advice in regards to how your situation might resolve itself, or anything that you're needing to know in regards to what is going on energetically around you. We'll ask spirit for guidance. I do ask you use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is right for you in this pile. All right, not every reading will have a message for you. That is up to you and spirit to determine what is your message and what feels right to you. So, spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. What is going on energetically around them at this time? What are they needing to know most right now? Thank you so much, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed and so grateful. Thank you so much. Clear and concise message, Spirit. What is going on energetically around pile number 1? We have the 9 Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands. I'll be reading them as they come out. One more, Spirit. That one I flipped around. 7 Pentacles. All right, and the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords, and I don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Under that we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm getting a feeling here of mind versus heart, head versus heart. That's kind of what I'm getting here so far. Okay, let's look at your oracle cards that are pre-shuffled. I have not looked at yet. We have Creation. We have Elixir of Life. Beautiful. Getting Ace of Cups from this. And we have Cut Ties. So I'm getting Heart with the Ace of Cups energy, and I'm getting Mind with the Ace of Swords. Creation. Okay. Just let me sit here for a little bit. Pile 1 so far, without revealing some of the other tarot here, I feel as though you're in a situation. Okay, now this could be you, could be someone around you. It's energy around you. In which I do feel there's a decision you're having to make here. And it ties back to what you're going to manifest in your life, what you want to create for yourself. And I feel as though part of you might be tied to something emotionally that speaks to you and your feelings, and it just emotionally connects to you in some way here with this King of Cups. Great love for something that's you feel deeply about. And then there's this logical aspect here with this King of Swords, something that you know, that you've been programmed to believe. Okay, now because the mind is definitely a useful tool that we have. The mind is also something that is very, very subjective. All right. Because the mind understands things based on experience and based on our own perception, based on what we've been trained to believe over a period of time, or through genetics, through our environment, through our experience. So indoctrination, and it is very much stemming from an unobjective sort of truth. And so I feel like this, though, is your reality of something, and I feel like it goes against something here that you're feeling for. And so with this cut ties, I feel like you're torn between making a decision here that will cut you off from something. And so I feel like there's this part of you that's potentially feels really torn in regards to your own sort of independence, your own sort of ability to make things happen for yourself, your own ability to create your future, to be confident in yourself, to attain what you want here, your own autonomy, your own sort of ability to create independently of something. But I feel like there's a passion here that you have to create something that might require you to do something that maybe conflicts with you losing some sort of independence, or would require you to sacrifice something here. So let's take a look. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. And we have Strength, Leo energy. And we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Look at that, you guys. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, I couldn't have wrote it, planned it. You saw the shuffle. So what I have to say here is that the thought, which is all the swords, okay, is about our thought, is something that we really paint to be a truth, okay, because it's all we really know and experience, although it is very subjective. And so I feel with this sort of truth in reverse, there is something that you believe to be true that is not necessarily true objectively. Now, it's true for you, so no one can necessarily tell you it's not true. Although what Spirit is showing here in regards to your situation is that the fact that you believe this untruth, it's causing conflict in regards to you aligning yourself with something you feel deeply for here. Okay, again, something you want to create, something you want to manifest, something that speaks to you. And I see two birds here talking about liberation, freedom. Also, birds could mean communication. These particular birds fly really, really, really high. Okay, this to me is looking kind of like a hawk or like an eagle of sorts. So this is all about our perception. When we fly really high, and we can take a greater perspective of the whole picture and see things from a bigger picture. But if we're in the weeds of it, if we're really stuck to what we believe, especially King of Swords is very much an energy of what I believe is true, because sometimes it gives us a sense of control, and it might be the only thing you feel confident about is your own ability to know what you know. And so it's easy to sort of stick to it. Okay, I say you, whatever energy is going on around you. And so another bird talking about freedom and liberation. And the Nine of Pentacles to me in reverse is like not being free, you know, not being free, not being liberated. So I feel like there's something about your own autonomy, your own freedom, your own independence that you believe that's an untruth here that is keeping you in some sort of inauthenticity, not aligning you with something that the universe is trying to hand you in regards to that cup again. Okay, the universe is handing you this cup, and the Ace of Cups is all about self-love, self-worth, what we emotionally connect to out of a heart space that cannot be disputed. It's our true feelings and our emotions, and it trumps anything in the mind. But when the mind is so strong, we don't see, and we try to reject, suppress, or be inauthentic to our emotions. And so I feel Spirit showing here the inauthenticity, the inability to see clearly, okay? Because I feel like we're not necessarily seeing clearly the truth, but I feel like you think you see something here. I think you think this is all about our different sort of options and different sort of decisions we could potentially make for ourselves, and maybe being a little confused or overwhelmed and not necessarily seeing so clearly. And here in the reverse, it's like you might feel as though you can only choose one decision, that there aren't many options, and this will make things simple for you in some way, or clarify something for you, or keep things more in control. But I feel like this is really tied back to your confidence or your independence, your ability to be secure in self. And so I feel like there's an energy here of you holding yourself back. But also Strengths talks about needing the courage to be able to face what we need to. So pages are about communication as well, which we said coming with the bird. Same with the sword, you know, when we communicate our truth, we have to know what our truth is. And this Page of Wands is all about exploring, you know, the early stages of exploring and going after our pursuit or passion, being inspired to take that sort of first step. I feel like that would require a lot of courage here. And I feel like you're invested here in some situation that you're giving to that hasn't resulted in any real harvest to you. So this is an interesting energy, pile number one. Let's dive in a little deeper here, okay, and see what's going on. So like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So let's dig in a little deeper. Spirit, for pile one, what is this energy about? What is this energy about for pile one? Can we get a deeper look? Dive in a little deeper. What is pile one needing to know about their current situation, this energy? What are they not seeing? What are they needing to know? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so you have the Three of Pentacles and you have 10 Swords. I'm getting kind of opposite energies here. This is the end of something painful, and this is like being able to create something, you know, work with some other person, some other entity, some situation in order to manifest something and create a third thing here. Okay, or to create something with another. Collaboration. Working together. Okay, so let's see what we have. Yeah, and this is this cutting ties. So 10 Pentacles in reverse. And we saw the 9 Pentacles, now the 10 Pentacles in reverse. So the difference between the 9 and the 10 is the 9 is all about self, you know, our self-success and what we could build for self. And 10 is our family legacy, what we can build with another. You know, the long-term success here. It's our retirement, our what we leave behind when we pass away for family. And sorry if you hear noise, that's garbage men. So there's something about self and there's something about working with another. I'm going to close the window. It's going to get loud. Give me a moment. It's still kind of loud, but the window's closed because the garbage men are out there. But I feel like we saw the self, and now we're seeing sort of the card of collaboration and working with another. And I feel like neither of them were in the upright here. So I feel like you feel stuck in some way here. And I don't know if you feel stuck in a way that says, I cannot work with another or this situation because it's tied to my own independence, my own sort of freedom. And now we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So now we saw the King and the Queen of Cups. Okay, that could certainly be divine counterparts with the King and the Queen of Cups. And this Queen of Cups is in the reverse. Let's see. 3 Swords. This is someone's actions, words, and intentions cause pain. This is being separated from the ones we love. This is certainly cut ties. Lots of pain here. Pain in regards to a long-term building of something with someone else. Something's ended. Something needs to come to an end or has ended. Here is the Hangman, and it is in reverse. And this is, again, that thing I was telling you guys about in the beginning, which is when we believe something to be true and it's the only thing we sort of see. Because the Hangman in reverse is we're really hung up on one perspective. And so we get, pretty much we have our blinders on, very narrow-minded, because what we believe to be true is our truth, but then we neglect to see the higher perspective with the birds. Sorry, birds aren't there anymore, right? The eagle and the hawk, I was saying. They fly high, they could see the bigger picture here. I feel like you're really in the weeds of something under a belief that might not necessarily be true, because we're not necessarily seeing the truth. And I feel like you might feel it is the truth because you believe it, or you think you see or understand something in a certain way, but it's very limiting and it's creating suffering, I feel here. Judgment, yeah, we're needing to accept some sort of greater truth here, to have an epiphany, to see everything and have an aha moment about the reality of a situation completely, so that we can make better decisions. Because if we are under one understanding and we believe it to be true, we make decisions that might not necessarily be the best for us, although we do learn lessons from it, because this is the karma card. But I feel like what Spirit is showing is there's a karma here in regards to you coming into an understanding that you don't quite have just yet, by really reflecting, because there's a different decision that sort of needs to be made than the one that you're feeling or thinking is the one that you're needing to make, because I feel the one that you're needing to make causes a great pain here and goes against what your feeling is. And your feeling is a navigating system telling you when you're off course. Okay, if you're feeling any sort of pain, it's your feeling saying, hey, pile one. I don't know, I was going to say pile two. Could certainly be a connection. Pile one, your thoughts aren't in line with what the divine wants for you. This is why you're experiencing pain. Your thoughts aren't aligned with the best possible action to take. Because of an understanding here. 5 swords, it causes conflict. Okay, this is where nobody wins. And look, this guy's holding these 3 swords. So I feel like you, if you resonate with this energy being yours, you are causing 3 swords in a belief that you have here, okay? I'm going to dig into what that could be, but I feel like there's other people involved, and I feel like nobody's won here in this situation. I feel like this has sabotaged you in some way here in regards to going from potentially whatever state you're in to a full 10 pentacles, which is you encompassed with your 9 pentacles, okay, because the 10 encompasses the 9, you having your own personal success and autonomy and victory with another here to create something, okay? This is collaborating with another to create something worthwhile. Now, if we're really focused on, I don't know, like some sort of mindset here, which we'll dig into, that isn't allowing there to be a manifestation, a working together, it's creating a 3 swords for yourself. And so we're sabotaging self, hence the Ace of Swords in reverse. An untruth that we're not wanting to see, or we have not yet seen because we're very fixed in some belief. Eight of Wands, communication. Okay, that came up with the birds and the page as well, and the Ace of Swords. So the 8 of Wands, all about communication. This is fast moving energy, progress, having a breakthrough, forward movement. So I don't know if you're taking action or have communicated some sort of action here, but I feel like it's created a 5 swords situation, you know, where it's conflict and nobody wins in this situation, and it's created pain. It's created potentially a separation with the 10 swords. It's created animosity or some sort of sabotage. Okay, so, and you see this elixir of life, because the feelings are never wrong. Okay, now our thoughts could be wrong, and our thoughts could be tied to our feelings, so our feelings could drive that thought, but the feeling knows when the thought is right or wrong. And so if we feel like, oh, I'm stupid, or I'm incapable, or I'm not good enough, we start to feel low, because the universe knows that that's not the truth. So those low feelings is a navigating system saying, hey, pile one, you're not thinking right. You know, when you think you're confident, when you think you're successful, you feel uplifted. The universe says, yes, that's it. Like, you feel in line with it because you're in line with what you're supposed to experience. So the feelings are the navigating system. So I feel like there's a thought here that comes that you are tracking or acting on that goes against the elixir of life. Because if you feel low or bad at all, then it's saying, pile one, you're not acting in line with a greater truth. You're acting in line with something that's going to create pain for you, that isn't going to allow you to build some long-term stability here for yourself, because we might be focused on something else, potentially a 9 pentacles, thinking it is greater than a 10 because we want autonomy. But we can have autonomy in a 10 pentacles. In fact, this is us having our autonomy and being able to have the synergy of working with another entity, another person, having the resources to expand and grow and move even further than we could on our own. but we might feel we have a belief here that doesn't allow us to see this. So it limits our creation. So I feel like there's something you're needing to cut out, which is the thought. But I feel like you're also cutting out something right now in your life that isn't allowing you to have a full creation here. Let's see. Let's dig in deeper to this thought, this reverse hangman, Pisces energy, by the way. Spirit, what is this reverse hangman? What is this thought? This false belief, this reverse Ace of Swords that pile 1 is nurturing or acting on or unsure about or not seeing clearly. Clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile 1, Spirit. Thank you so much. 5 swords. There's that conflict. So it's just reassuring me that what I said was right. When I get repeat cards, it is generally saying, hey, like your interpretation was accurate. I don't need to send you another card. Sabotage, causing pain, causing 3 swords. We see 2 swords on the ground. There's indecision. Okay, 2 swords, indecisive. 2 things that cannot coincide together because they're crossed. Okay, 2 swords means it could only either be this or it could only either be that. It cannot be both. And so sometimes we sit stalemate. Okay, but I feel like this is the mind and heart, or feelings and our logical mind, you know, our experience and what we tell ourselves versus what we feel to be true are at odds. And therefore we have this 3 swords and we act in 3 swords and it causes painful situations and it causes sabotage and it causes endings. So, Spirit, what more about this does pile 1 need to know? Hierophant, a greater understanding, greater commitment. Okay, 10 of Pentacles is the long-term commitment. Hierophant is also about commitment. 10 Pentacles is family. Hierophant is about family because it is the marriage card. Okay, now it doesn't have to necessarily be legal marriage so much as what we value, the tradition, you know, our beliefs, a higher understanding and purpose to life, what we believe to be true, you know, like our belief system structure and our dogma. But it's a greater level of commitment. Here we have the 4 cups again and reverse again. So the universe is wanting you to experience an Ace Cups to give you emotional fulfillment, emotionally satisfy you, something you love. And I feel like you are feeling despondent or not seeing what could be because we're focused on what we're not getting or what would not work. And 3 cups is not necessarily allowing us to be authentic with self because we're sort of in a more superficial energy with 3 cups. You know, it's about everyone else. It's about lighthearted energies. This is also my party card, my networking card, my, you know, not allowing myself to really just focus on what I want emotionally for self. So that is in reverse because I do feel like there's a need to get out of a state here where we might have been sitting 4 cups, you know, looking at what wouldn't work for me or what didn't work in the past for me because of a belief. And now we're looking at what this could be. What is this reverse Hangman and reverse Ace of Swords about? What is this belief? I feel like you feel like it wouldn't work for you, or you were conditioned to believe this with the Hierophant here, or you're carrying a value that you feel is in line with a greater truth here. 9 Wands, that's the spiritual wounded warrior who's been through battle. Now could be slightly defensive, could be tired, and is taking a break or is defensive. Okay, but it's the resilience card here. So I don't know what sort of battle we're fighting. And we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and under that again 7 cups in reverse. And like I said, the 7 cups was the, you know, Could be the confusion card because we just don't really know which to choose here. And so I feel like there's a need to bring the mind and the heart into balance, to not be at odds here, okay? In order to create something with the Temperance. This is two sort of parts of an equation coming together to create something valid. And this is also the healing card, okay? Balance, healing. So I feel like, again, Spirit is showing there's some sort of value system or belief that you have, probably your upbringing, that needs to be reviewed in regards to how you're perceiving self versus involvement with others, I feel here, okay? And what that means. But I feel like you're really focused on what, for all of you guys, whatever it is that you know you're focused on, seeing, or your understanding of it needs to be questioned in order for there to be a more balanced view. Moon, yeah, because the reality here, although we think we, I don't know, see something, this is like getting out of any sort of confusion, you know. But I feel like the Spirit is saying, like, you're still in moonlight, you're still not seeing in the light of day where things are clear or they're objective. So your subjective view or your belief of something here that you're valuing is actually not necessarily the truth, because it doesn't feel right. It feels Three Swords. Okay, so and again, the long-term hopes, the long-term healing, happiness, what we want to attain for ourselves, our wish, our future wish, what we want to attain, is at risk here of not coming into fruition, as long as we're aligned with a mental thought creating sabotage because it's how we've been raised or what we thought, rather than realigning and saying, what works for me to create something here long term for self that brings me emotional happiness, because I'm not seeing it. And so we might be fighting against the wrong thing, thinking it's leading us to something greater, but in reality it's not aligning us with where we're supposed to go to attain something here. Okay, like what you want is not what the universe is trying to force for you. This is like you getting all of your wishes come true. This is two healing cards as well here, okay? And so I feel like the real healing happens, the real attainment of what you want happens when you allow yourself to not be so fixated on one sort of viewpoint, because I feel you're choosing your mind. I feel you're choosing this viewpoint. I feel you're choosing your understanding. And I feel it's going against your emotions, what you truly desire, because you're not seeing. So let us just do, I guess, one more layer here to get a little bit deeper. Any sort of misunderstandings you might still have, any questions you might still have, any guidance Spirit might be able to give to us for pile 1. Spirit, is there anything I'm missing? Anything pile 1 still needs to know that I did not mention that's going to provide clarity? Anything else, Spirit? Any guidance? How will this resolve? One more. 9 Pentacles again, and the 9 Wands again. Okay, so I feel Spirit's coming through here and was showing me, I think what you really want is your independence. You want your confidence. You want to build something, create something here, you know. And this is like the self-autonomy card. Like I said, like you did it yourself and you are in control of your own sort of empire, okay? And that's great. And I feel like Spirit is saying you can have this. But I feel like there is a energy about you that's fighting in the wrong battle. And it's resisting something that I feel you truly want, that is getting in the way of your independence and your freedom. But I feel you believe you're fighting the right fight, and I feel like you're trying to defend your independence and your freedom, but I feel like you're actually guarding the universe from allowing you to be free and independent in a situation here. Okay, so I feel you're kind of creating the opposite here. So if you do resonate with this message, if you're feeling any sort of Three Swords, that's your emotional body saying you're not aligned with what feels good for you. And when you are aligned with what feels good to you, it doesn't matter what you think so much as your outside world will start to support your success. You will start to feel free and liberated because you're now aligning with what emotionally feels good for you, not what everyone else might think you need to be, or what you were trained or conditioned to believe or programmed to understand, or what you think is logically right. Okay, no matter how painful that might sound. Ace of Wands, this is the passion, you know, going after what we're inspired to go after, having the desire to take action on what drives us passionately. New beginning. King of Cups, again, yes. So Spirit is showing here, act on, be inspired by your emotions, be led by your emotions, take action on your emotions. This is the greater truth. This is the elixir of life, what makes you feel deeply, what connects to your soul. Your emotions will know. Again, with the two birds here, okay? So there's seeing things from a greater perspective and saying, does it emotionally connect to me? Does it emotionally make me feel love? If it does, that's where I'm going to pursue it, because this is where I'll find my Nine Pentacles, my independence. This is where I will find my autonomy and my ability to be confident in myself. But any other thing here that isn't aligned with that, I got to cut it out because it's not authentic. It's not true. It's an understanding, but it's not the right understanding because it's not aligned with making me feel good. And it's preventing me from creating or getting my star, which is my wish for my long-term happiness. Page of Cups, again, cups, okay? This is the beginning of opening our heart space. Early stages of understanding and connecting with our emotions. Being honest when we have pages all about communication, so the authenticity comes through communicating how we feel. Okay, and being very raw about it, because the page is the early stages, so we don't really fully know so much as led by emotions. It's an inner knowing rather than an understanding, an inner standing. Okay, so there's an inner standing of how you feel, and this is what needs to sort of be listened to, looked at, acted or spoken upon, because I don't feel you are doing this. I do not feel you are doing this. Wheel of Fortune, things are stuck. So in order to change the course of the direction, there needs to be a follow-up action here, you know, a spark of inspiration that says, hey, I'm going to act on my emotions because where I'm at, things aren't panning out the greatest for me. I feel Three Swords, pain, suffering, separation, heartache, heartbreak. Okay, and so I feel like the universe has me sort of stuck, or I'm not feeling like I could progress. I feel like things aren't working out in my favor. So once I tweak how I'm aligned, things start to turn in my favor. I have to change the course, the direction in which I'm going. Nine Swords, anxiety. This is where we can't eat, we can't sleep. We have these restless nights. We're totally in our mind about it. Okay, this could be the dark night of the soul where we're really trapped in our mind, repetitive thoughts that keep us stuck. And so I feel like the mind is what's keeping you stuck here. You can get out of this anxiety by leaning into the feelings. And we might feel like our feelings are not controllable, and they never will be. And so I feel like this is that karma lesson, which is like you connecting to your emotions is very much the lesson here. You know, especially starting with this Page of Cups, because I don't know that you're necessarily one to trust your feelings, and maybe you feel like it's giving up control in some way. You know, you might feel better, safer, more in control in your mind, but it's creating conflict for you. And I feel like until we see this, and trust that our emotions are there for a reason, and trust ourselves that we can have these true emotions. Like your navigating system, there's nothing wrong with it. It knows when it's unhappy. You cannot trick it. That's why energy does not lie. It knows what it wants. And if the mind tries to convince it of something else, it knows it will feel bad. It says, no, it's not aligned with what I feel. You can try to convince me all you want with logic, but logic will not work to trick the emotions here. Okay? So I feel like there is massive anxiety here in regards to something not working for you, something feeling really stuck. In order to be emotionally satisfied, get our wish. Okay, this is like the star card. This is us getting all our wishes, emotional fulfillment for self. So I feel like you're really all about self here, okay? You want your own confidence, you want your autonomy, like I said, your own independence, your own success, to build something for self. You want to be emotionally satisfied. And I feel like in order to get this, we have to change the course of our direction to follow the cups, because the cups is what's going to emotionally make you feel better. That is the elixir of life, not the thought. The thought keeps you stuck. The thought keeps you in prison. The thought is something that needs to be cut away if it's not authentic. Okay? Because I feel you will not attain your wish. You will not feel emotionally satisfied. You will not build for yourself if you are aligned with an inauthenticity of something that isn't aligned with what you're feeling right now. Empress in reverse. So I'm not feeling your energy from this. I am feeling another energy here, okay? And this Empress is divine feminine energy. This is the most love I could possibly pull from the tarot. This is a divine feminine who is in her power, okay, who knows her self-worth, unconditional love. This is a very beautiful energy, Taurus energy. And I feel like there is an energy here of someone who might be removed, okay, which is causing 3 swords. And we could feel very much like we're not sharing unconditional love. We're not, again, we saw the Queen and the King of Cups, okay, divine counterparts. So I feel like you feel very connected to someone. This is how it's coming through. That could be your counterparts. That could be someone that offers you unconditional love. Now the Queen of Cups was in reverse, and this Empress is in reverse. I feel like someone is removed from your life right now, you know, and so you might feel undeserving of love with the 4 cups that we keep seeing in your spread. You know, that you're not reciprocating, or you're not allowing yourself to receive love, because this is all about giving and receiving love so we can emotionally be satisfied. So I feel here there is this block when it comes to unconditional love, receiving love, tapping into our feminine energy, which is, how do I connect to my emotions? How can I give and receive love in a way here that allows me to move forward? So there might have been an ending, okay, with the 10 swords with someone here. And I feel like this energy is removed. And I do feel a lot of love here with the Empress, because like I said, it's the most love from the tarot. But I feel like there is a divide here because of a 9 wands situation that you're in. Your 9 wands, okay, and this is you sort of putting up a wall. And I feel like the wall was towards the wrong thing. This is the resilience. This is the fighting for something. And I feel like the fighting for something is maybe fighting for your independence, fighting for what you perceive to be independence and freedom here, okay? And so I feel like you certainly can fight for independence and freedom, but if your understanding of independence and freedom is pegged on the wrong thing, then you will feel 3 swords. You will feel 5 swords. You will not create what you want to create. Because a 10 pentacles is what you can attain, which is more than a 9, okay? And it's 2 parties content, building autonomy and independence, but simultaneously working together with the 3 pentacles to create, okay? Because in the right type of relationship with unconditional love, we do not lose self. We do not lose freedom. We do not lose our 9s, our 9 of Cups and our 9 of Pentacles. We have our 9s, and we graduate to a 10, okay, which is 2 people emotionally happy and confident in their own independence, free of each other, but able to work together to create a long-term vision and happiness here. I feel this is not happening for you, and I feel like you're suppressing your emotions or not listening to your emotions, and so you're battling mind over heart. And so with this cut ties, I don't know if someone cut ties with you, Or if you cut ties with someone, but Spirit is really saying cut ties with an inauthenticity, because you're not seeing clearly. This is you seeing clearly with the sword of truth up in the air. And seeing clearly is when our emotions are all in line as well. You know, and so we think we see clearly, but we're in some sort of in denial. So the judgment's calling you to take a look at the facts. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling 3 swords, then you know that whatever sort of creation you're wanting cannot be to its full capacity. Okay, because I feel there's something very faded here that's not working, or that's stuck. And I do feel that you are in control of your own ability to navigate, but you cannot control your emotions, especially when it comes to being able to give and receive love. This is something that is very much you're needing to welcome. Okay, but I feel your 5 cup, or your 4 cups, okay, like looking at what wouldn't work and what didn't work, and rejecting a cup here that the universe is trying to offer to you. And so I feel there's a stuckness. So this is what I have. Pile number 1. I hope this helped you. I love you very much, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2. You guys picked this deck right here. This is the Wandering Star Tarot, and this stone right here for your pick. And we're looking at your current energy. What's going on around you? All right, like how will your situation resolve itself? What are you really needing to know right now about your situation? What the Spirit wants to show you, and what guidance is Spirit wanting to give to you regarding your situation. So I will ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here doing your reading, and that you are here today. Thank you so much. All right, pile number 2, Spirit, clear and concise message regarding their energy right here, right now. What are they needing to know? What is going on with pile number 2? Now, this could certainly be energy around you. So if I say it's you, it could be someone around you. You might need to flip energies. I don't know what I'm going to see. Let us see. So, 9 swords. Uh-oh. Anxiety, lots of anxiety. Being in her mind about something, okay? The thoughts are like keeping us captive and replaying in our mind. Replaying in our mind. Lots of worry here with the 9 swords. 7 cups. So 7 cups could be, you know, having many different choices, but there's a lot of confusion that comes with 7 cups. And sometimes we can be living out some sort of understanding that might not be a reality in our mind here, okay? And so it's tying back to this anxiety. I feel like if we believe something and it becomes alive in our mind, it becomes very real to us, but it never really existed, is kind of what's coming through here. I feel there's something that you believe, okay? And I don't necessarily know that it exists so much. And so I feel like a lot of anxiety is tied to the story in our mind, that we're putting a weight on something and we're going to some sort of extreme. Let me see. Okay, let's reveal these cards. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Page of Pentacles in reverse, 2 Wands, the Sun, Leo energy. I love the Sun here. Beautiful cards. This highlights any positivity around it and waters down any of the shadow attributes and the shadowy side here of any cards around it. Clarity. Okay, and then we have 9 Cups, emotional fulfillment. Okay, happiness, joy. And we have 6 swords. Okay, let's reveal your oracle cards as well. We have priority. Yeah, so this Seven of Cups is a need to choose wisely. It needs to prioritize. And we have financial security. I'm taking this as practical security, okay, with the pentacles, with the financial. I feel like there's some security you're needing, some sort of stability you're needing here, some sort of thing you can confidently trust. And then we have creativity. Okay. So, pile 2. I think there's a decision that you're needing to make here. It's interesting because in pile 1, I kind of said pile 2 at one point, not knowing whether there would be a connection, and sent pile 1 here to see if there would be. I do feel there could be some sort of tie here, okay? But let's see how it might tie in. So we have 2 wands, all about a decision. And I feel you want to get clear about a decision here. You want to find happiness. I mean, who doesn't? But I mean, like, your real true joy. I feel like you're wanting authenticity, and you're wanting clarity, you're wanting joy, you're wanting to lean into truth with this sun, okay? And the sun is all about creation. So I feel like, you know, because this is source energy, this is father energy, this is building life energy. So I feel like you want to give life to something here, and you want to create something, okay? But I do feel like you want it to be in line with what makes you truly emotionally happy here. And so I feel like you're at the precipice of a decision, you know, of having to make a choice here. And I feel like there is potentially conflict or anxiety around prioritizing what is in line with the truth or clarity, what is in line with making you happy, and what it is you have to move away from with the 6 swords here. Because I feel like in your current set of circumstances, or in your energy, you're not feeling like you can manifest what you want to create. And I also feel like you're not feeling valued. Okay, like Queen of Wands in reverse, this is someone very high value who can create and manifest and attain. And in the reverse, it's like an inability to focus, an inability to be the leader, an inability to be appreciated, an inability to manifest what you want, to be valued for your self-worth. I feel like whatever situation you're in has not been reflecting back to you your value. And I feel like it hasn't, because it's not providing you with a level of security, financial or practical, or stability. Okay, so I feel like now we're at a precipice of making a decision, a need to really prioritize. And so I feel like you've recognized that your situation is not dependable, or not something you can rely on, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's not turning into an opportunity here. Okay, so I feel like wherever you thought you could make more money, it didn't turn out that it was that way. Wherever you thought you could create something for self, it turned out it wasn't that way. Whoever you thought you could rely on was not really reliable. Wherever you thought you could find the security, stability, you've recognized it's not. Whatever this is did not reflect back to you your value. So you're stunted in regards to being able to create with that environment. So I think you either see this, or you are trying to understand then, if you cannot, what is the priority? Where can I move towards? What could I shine my light towards here so that I'm able to create? And what do I need to move on from? What do I need to step out of in order to find this? Because it's been very difficult in this existing energy that I'm in. I'm sitting 5 swords, and I need to sit in 6 swords, but in order to move out of 5 swords, to get into the 6 swords, to move on and to discover and to get out of that energy, I need to be clear, and I need to be certain that I'm choosing right. But I haven't chosen yet, and so I'm still sitting in a 5 sword situation, undervalued, underpaid, underappreciated. And I know when I move forward, and I know when I get out of this 5 swords, I'm going to find my happiness. I'm going to find my optimism and, you know, everything that makes me emotionally happy. But as long as I sit here, I sit 9 swords in anxiety, knowing that I'm not appreciated the longer I sit here, you know. And so I feel like maybe we saw something here that we believed was ideal in some way, because 7 cups is like our fantasy, you know, our fantasy mind. We could be seeing like a 10 pentacles. We could be seeing, yeah, 10 pentacles. And in reality, it was not, you know, in reality, it didn't produce. We could be seeing our 9 cups in something that didn't show us any sort of value. And so now we're having a lot of anxiety saying, oh shit, like it didn't work out. And now it's like, what now? Like I have a lot of choices. I could do anything. I could stay, I could go, I could work with this. What's my understanding? I need to tweak. It's causing a lot of confusion in regards to what now. And so I might feel stuck and frozen here in my mind. So this is the current energy. If you resonate, so let's dive in deeper and see like what then, why is Spirit showing this? Can we dive in deeper? What are you needing to know about this? How can you prioritize? How can you move out of this situation? Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 2. What is the guidance? Deeper understanding in regards to what they're needing to do, what they're needing to know, and what they might not yet see or understand. Clear and concise message, Spirit, for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Okay. Page of Wands, ready to explore. This is also communication. Okay, this is also travel. Good news on the way. The exploration. Mother Star with yes. Okay, so Mother Star is also a creation, but this is us attaining our wish, and there's a yes and no card in this deck. Okay, that's special to this deck, and so the Mother Star is the yes card. So I feel like there's something very positive about what you can attain and create here, that you are capable of attaining, creating. Okay, and we saw the sun, now we see the star. So I feel like there's clarity that you're going to be attaining in regards to your long-term vision and wish and hopes here to attain the 9 cups that you want. You can create this. Okay, so I don't know, like if someone's coming in here with good news, if more information is coming to you, but let's take a look and see. So we have the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. Okay, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, so more page energy, communication. Yeah, we're definitely not understanding or seeing something right now about self, okay? So I don't know if this is, if this energy that you're in is, I'm feeling almost like it might be very fresh, you know, it might be very fresh that you realize that there isn't security where you're at, or that it's something you can't rely on, or it hasn't reflected back to you, like I said, appreciated your sort of value. And so I feel like there's an early stage here of still needing to do the reflecting, you know, still need to ask yourself certain questions and understand something, because I feel like you're not really in the sunlight energy just yet. Like I feel like the sun was coming saying, hey, you need to get clear about what decision to make here, because I think the sun is you getting clear. And I feel like we're not yet reflected enough to understand what the clarity is or what the next choice is here. You know, the 6 swords, because it's important that you move out of whatever state you're in, but we're not sure. I don't feel you've understood where to go to, because just to move for the sake of moving, it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense now, does it? So I feel like there's a need to sort of withdraw and find some solitude in order to do some healing and reflecting, to ask questions that we might have not have asked ourselves before, to get very curious about certain things here so we can get more pointed in our direction. Now, explore discovery, it says here with this 6 of Swords. This is all about exploration and discovery. So, and pages are all about exploration and discovery as well. So I feel like you're on a journey that might have not have started yet, okay? And so I feel like priority is coming through as you really sort of having to understand what the priority is here. And I don't know that you fully do yet, because we haven't had enough time to reflect to know what the priority is and what we're supposed to follow. It's like the Hermit follows the lantern. You know, the star is in the lantern, but in this depiction, the hermit, yeah, look guys, in this depiction, the hermit in his lantern's the sun. You guys want clarity, you guys want certainty, and that's what you want to follow. And so if we're looking at a situation that isn't clear, okay, that isn't providing joy, that isn't clear, it's not certain, then that to you is the answer, saying it isn't certain, it isn't stable. So you might think, could it be, or will it ever be, or you know, and Spirit is saying it could or it could not, but right now there's a need to get out of whatever that is to get towards your joy and your 9 cups. So I'm not sure that you see the way with the sun here just yet, you know, and the only way we can see this is for us to look at the situation we're in right now and come to some sort of clarity about it being unclear. You know, like come to some sort of understanding and getting very clear about the fact that it isn't valuing me, it isn't providing me the stability, it doesn't financially support me, or it doesn't practically give me what I'm needing, you know, and actually ask ourselves this question: am I getting A, B, C, D? Am I emotionally satisfied? Is this something that has produced? Is it up in the air and very unclear with the 7 cups? Am I in a lot of confusion? Can I paint a beautiful picture about it, but is it actually coming into fruition? If I'm not seeing it, then I need to get clear about the fact that it's not doing this and move out of that. I got to move on in order to discover, because I will then find what's clear. And although I don't see clearly what's ahead of me, I totally see this dilemma too, okay? Because when we move on, we don't know necessarily where we're going. So it's almost like the two evils, like one's unclear but could be something, and moving on is also unclear because we're not sure where we're going, and it could also be something else. So what's the worst of two evils? But moving on, I feel like this is going to open the door to a whole bunch of opportunity and potential that you will be able to choose and see clearly, you know, because there'll be many different things on this side, rather than pigeonholing yourself to an experience, a thing, a situation that you have going on right now that isn't clear, that isn't secure. Ace of Swords, yeah, like not stick to something that isn't giving you clarity, that isn't giving you certainty, that you can't trust. And so I feel like the more you're in a situation that you can't trust or see, the more you're out of line with your authenticity, the more you're in some sort of in denial, because the current situation isn't providing you anything and all the things it is here that you deserve or want for yourself. So there's a need to move forward with the Page of Wands and this 6 of Swords in order to act and walk in our truth, get honest with our truth, make a decision. Okay, so we saw 2 wands, which was making a decision. So this is all about making a decision, taking action. Okay, and I feel like you haven't yet taken action, you haven't yet moved on, but I feel like Spirit's saying go explore. There's lots going to be in front of you, revealing itself. In fact, I do feel there's good news coming, and I want to see, and I feel like this is going to align you with creating something here worth having. But you yourself in making this choice is the priority. That is the priority, okay? Making this decision to align yourself with truth, to get clear about your situation that is unclear right now, to move away from that uncertainty. Yeah, so Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like you can change the course, direction in which you go. So when things aren't working, when things are feeling like stuck, when things are feeling unclear, when a set of circumstances are not up, like, or not actually on the up and up, you know, we don't need to commit ourselves to it. We could change the course of our direction and move towards something that is. So I feel like you feel stuck in some situation that you don't need to be in, okay? And that you're fated to move towards something here that is going to turn in your favor. Things will shift for you, okay? Including potentially this situation that to me feels like it's not working in the current state. So this is very similar to yesterday's reading. So we're stuck right now, and I feel this is the future position where we're stuck here because I feel like we haven't yet made the decision to pick the 6 of Swords, to align ourselves with a greater truth, to have a new beginning in truth and clarity, and take action on that. Okay, yeah, the devil, we're still stuck. So we need to release ourselves from the devil. Something has us stuck to it, the situation. Now, we could be experiencing a lot of fear if we move on from it. We could have obsession about the situation. We could really desire to make things work in the situation, okay? But I feel like all of those things are potentially, you might have good intention. You might be seeking clarity. You might be wanting to work with an existing situation. But I feel like Spirit is saying, if you know you have done what you can here and things are very uncertain and leaving you in 9 swords, which is a lot of anxiety, chances are you are feeling stuck to it and you do not need to be, and to release yourself from any sort of devil energies, because it's an unhealthy attachment you have to this thing, and to prioritize the self. And the priority is to get truthful and clear about the fact that you're in a situation that isn't secure, that isn't providing, that is unclear. Okay, so this is what's certain, and the only certainty is to move on from that, despite not knowing where you're going so much, because this will turn things in a different direction. Okay, but you need to break free from this devil energy, Capricorn energy. So I do feel there's also news here. So let's see, this is a very clear message. Let's kind of get a final message here, and if we don't see about the communication, we might dive into that. But let's see, final message. Anything I'm missing here, spirits? Anything pile 2 is needing to know? Any questions they might still have here that's up in the air? Guidance? Anything I've missed? Further clarity? Further information that they are needing to know about this situation that's going to help them turn the wheel of fortune in the right direction? Feel these 2 together. Thank you, spirits, for this message. Feeling that one. Justice. Yes, look at that. Balance. So you're going to restore balance. If there's a situation that's unjust, I'm not getting paid enough, it's not stable, it hasn't provided, and I feel like there was an opportunity, or you saw an opportunity with that Page of Pentacles we were seeing in the first spread in reverse, that didn't turn out to be. It didn't turn out to be, okay? It wasn't reliable. You couldn't rely on it. So I feel like there was something unjust about this, okay? And so we might feel like we wanted justice, we wanted balance. And I feel this is coming for you, but I feel like you're needing to still take action and not to be stuck, not to be a reverse wheel of fortune, and not to be devil, because we're not allowing justice to come in and do what it needs to do to equal the scales of justice here, okay? To balance the scales of justice. Libra energy. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Exactly. This was you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Not feeling valued, not feeling appreciated, not feeling like you could create. Okay, not seeing the stability, security that you felt you deserved here. Okay, you couldn't focus potentially on what you did want. So I feel like Spirit's coming through here, bringing justice, bringing balance, making things just again for you. Okay, so let's see. The Hierophant in reverse. So this is all about our higher understanding, commitment, tradition. Okay, in reverse, it's like, are we foolishly committing ourselves to something here that we aren't finding a level of commitment with, or are we going against what we value here in our own sort of understanding of what a greater truth is, and causing a lot of anxiety for ourselves. Because sometimes the Hierophant in reverse is like we're so fixated on some sort of belief system, understanding system, that we start to get very sort of put our blinders on, very narrow-minded about something here, okay? So let's see. Page of Wands coming out again. So this is, like I said, the communication card, and I do feel there was communication coming. And we have the Empress in reverse. I do feel there could certainly be a tie to 1, okay? If it resonates for you, this could certainly be the flip person energetically, because there were divine counterparts or 2 sort of energies I was feeling there in 1, and here now I'm feeling predominantly 1 energy, but I feel like this could be the other person. And so I feel like with this Empress in reverse, divine feminine, Taurus energy, okay, this is all about love and unconditional love, abundance, most abundant in love I can pull from the tarot. And so because you have creativity here, like I feel like you are this beautiful Empress energy, who this is all the queens in 1, able to really manifest great abundance here. This is someone very ascended. And I feel like when we are in a reverse Empress energy, it's like we're not seeing our true value, or not giving to ourselves sort of what it is that we deserve here, our self-worth. And I feel like there's something about you potentially invested in a situation that isn't committing to you in a way here that is aligned with what you understand or know to be of a greater truth. Okay, so I do feel there's communication coming in about this, because I do feel like you, when you understand your self-worth, when you pull away from whatever this situation is with the Six Swords, I feel like this will allow there to be more communication regarding this situation that isn't aligned. Okay, it's not aligned, but I feel like you have to sit and see and understand your self-worth, your value, you know, like, hey, I'm not appreciated. There's no justice in this. I need to find justice for myself. I need to withdraw from whatever this is, because I don't feel secure. I don't feel stable. I don't feel valued. It doesn't align with what I know to be a greater level of commitment and my understanding of what I value, and you know, and create structure in my own life. And so as we energetically shift, I feel like communication comes through here in regards to whatever situation I feel that's happening here that isn't providing this structure, this commitment. Yeah, 2 cups, partnership. Okay, this is 2 people, or you and a group of people, or whatever your situation is, and finding harmony. Okay, for a lot of you guys, it is in a partnership here. Okay, it's harmony, peace, like 2 people being on the same page. Because right now I feel like 2 people aren't on the same page when it comes to what they value, or what they want to commit to, or their understanding of what they see as a belief. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is showing you being kind of the captain of your own ship of the Six of Swords. Okay, moving on to calmer waters is you taking charge of the fact that you might not be appreciated in your situation, and you're not able to create what you want, and this will bring injustice. And this is also, could be my marriage card. Okay, and we're seeing Empress, which is mother, and we're seeing 2 cups in a relationship, and the Hierophant, which is marriage. So there could be a marriage here. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be legal so much, okay, but maybe someone we considered our divine partner. Okay, so I feel there's a relationship that could find harmony or restoration in some way, but I don't feel like if you try to stick around a situation in which you're not being valued, you know, it is going to create harmony here at all. You know, and you shouldn't have to leave to be able to find harmony here. But I feel like the communication will then find an understanding here of 2 people kind of being on the same page, understanding and looking at their reverse Hierophant. 10 swords, yeah, see, an ending, okay? And there has to be an ending in order for there to be a beginning. Okay, this is the final closure. This is like painful endings. And so I feel like in order for there to be a transformation with the skull here, that's, I'm feeling death card, okay, that's Scorpio energy, a transformation and in a partnership, there has to be an ending. There has to be an ending, no matter how painful it is, in order for there to be more communication, a beginning of communication here in regards to what's going on with this reverse Hierophant. 2 people maybe having complete different understandings, 2 people maybe committing to do different things. And I feel like with these keys kind of crossing, I'm getting the 2 swords that I normally get when they're crossed. It's like this and that cannot exist. They're opposed to each other. So there's an impasse, and one person might have a solution and one person might have a solution here with the key, but both solutions are kind of crossing each other. So we can't find a common ground. We can't find balance. We can't find justice. You know, so I feel like there's a need for there to be more communication in regards to an understanding, to finding a solution, because I feel both parties have some sort of understanding of solution that's not finding harmony between 2. So this needs to happen, this closure here, okay? This ending needs to cause the closure in order for there to be a beginning, because every time a door closes, another one must open. Must open, okay? That's the rule of energy. It doesn't stay closed and it's closed forever. New energy must emerge. Okay, when we close some energy out, new energy always emerges. So 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, like the decision is yours. Pile number 2. And so we were up in the air. We were back and forth. We were up and down. We weren't able to find balance. We weren't able to harmonize in a partnership. Balance, balance, balance. Okay, things were imbalanced, not being able to prioritize what was the right decision. And so we're really in our mind about it. So if you resonate with this message is very, very clear. Pile number 2, to prioritize you. Moving on from a situation that isn't valuing you in order for you to move towards something that does. That's the only way for you to find justice for yourself and balance and harmony, for you to get out of any turbulency where you're feeling like you're not a priority, because you are. You are the priority, but you have to choose that you're the priority in order for you to become a priority, either for someone else, but certainly for you. Okay, so if you're not a priority right now, it's because you yourself don't believe you're worth being a priority. You yourself are committing to a situation so much so that your values kind of are going out the window here because of the fact that you want to be prioritized. But in doing so, you're not prioritizing yourself or what you value or what you want to commit to. And I think what you need to commit to is prioritizing yourself. And anything else that is not aligned, closure, endings. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, so we just still don't see. We still cannot see what the Divine Mother, Divine Father here is bringing in. Okay, because I feel like there's more. There's more, but the only way to see more, to get enlightened with more, is to shift this energy here. And so High Priestess is us listening to our intuition, having an inner knowing, listening to that inner voice, following our wisdom of the heart, you know. And I feel like intuitively there's something here happening where we might have suppressed or denied or not listened to, and you know, it kept us in a up in the air state, kept us not being a priority. So I feel like you're still not seeing what there is to come, and I feel like there is balance to come here, justice to come, but we don't know how this is going to unfold. So I'm going to pull a card here for the High Priestess in reverse to see what this is about, and then I'm going to pull this communication and see what that's about. So Spirit, what's with this High Priestess in reverse? What more does pile 2, can they know kindly, if anything at all, about this reverse High Priestess? Sometimes that is us not knowing, you know, the full story. Secrets, things being hidden from us. And so I feel like because you had that sun keep coming up, I feel like you're not seeing, well, that's a lot. You're not seeing something because you're not privy to it right now. Okay, you don't see it. And it could be, if you're dealing with someone, they're not being completely honest or upfront about something, or there's something about the situation you cannot see. Okay, now it doesn't have to be they're lying on purpose to deceive you and hurt you. It's just you're not seeing something about the situation. And so it could just be that this person is not revealed something that's keeping you in the dark. And so as long as this is happening, you're not a priority, and you're needing to make a decision to get clear, to say, hey, if I'm not, you know, seeing what I need to see, if I'm not privy to this, then I have to choose myself and prioritize myself in order to, you know, align with my self-worth and my value here. So what's with this High Priestess in reverse? We have Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Things very stuck. Things very, very stuck. Something that can't provide a level of commitment here, okay? This is one of the most dedicated knights in the tarot. Very slow going, but very dedicated and making an investment here. I feel something stuck. Death. Exactly what I was feeling from this card, the skull. Okay, so transformation, spiritual transformation. And look, transformation, new beginnings, endings, change. Okay, so begin again, it says here, change, begin again, new transformation. So if there's a situation, things are not just, things are imbalanced, it's a partnership, it's something where you're needing to see eye to eye. There has to be an ending here of whatever energetically is going on that's not supporting you or prioritizing you. Okay, and you don't see this, but this is going to shift, massive transformation here. And you're not seeing this transformation that can happen with this shift of energy. You might not be seeing this beginning again. You might not be seeing this new beginning. Okay, but for all of you guys, there will be certainly a new beginning. The moon, yeah, we're not seeing. Okay, we're in moonlight. But this is also our intuition. Same with the high priestess. So something about our intuition we don't quite see just yet. And once we start to move on, we might start to see things clearer. But right now we're not privy to seeing what this is. And we have the Fool in reverse. So Aquarius energy. This is taking the risk, taking the leap of faith, trusting the universe, going towards what we might not know necessarily where we're going. Like I said, that 6 wands, we don't know, we don't see. Okay, but I feel like Spirit is saying, like, trust your intuition right now with what you can see. And what you cannot see, trust that it will transform one way or another. Okay, that things that are stuck will have to eventually move one way or another. It cannot be stuck forever. Okay, and that movement in one way or another is better than non-movement here. And so the only way to do this is to trust your intuition, to take a leap of faith. So I feel like you're not taking a leap of faith. You're not allowing yourself to, you know, move forward towards something here, because I think you're still trying to work in the dark, still not seeing something and trying to, I don't know, like work with whatever this is. And you're not needing to. You just need to work with what does value, with what does seem like it's not keeping you in a stuck energy or devaluing you in any sort of way. Okay, so I do want to see what this communication is, but let me pull one more here for the Fool. Okay, because I am being called to pull one more for the Fool in reverse. Why is this Fool in reverse here? 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, I feel like you could certainly be in a situation here where there wasn't sort of a chance, like a chance at things sort of aligning. You know, maybe someone didn't want to take a risk on, I don't know, aligning something here with you, something you could depend on, creating some sort of stability. There was something that didn't necessarily get pursued here, okay, because I feel like it wasn't very clear, and someone could have certainly been, you know, in some sort of deceptive energy here, because the Moon, 7 of Swords is all about deceptive energy. Okay, this is dishonest, this is not very truthful, this is like not seeing very clearly, and yeah, and even this, all 3, lies, deceit. Okay, this is like, and this could be very extreme, you know, someone deceiving and being hurtful and lying to attain their own sort of outcome. But I feel like this is showing the thief returning the swords. Whoever was deceitful gets their karma. Whoever stole comes and has some honest truths to be communicated. Okay, so I feel like whoever maybe didn't, I don't know, trust or leap forward, there's this like now seeing a truth, now seeing where I was deceitful or not leaning into my intuition or not trusting something I couldn't see. I can now sort of talk about this, but I feel like this is things coming, being revealed to us that won't be revealed to us if we stay in a situation and don't allow there to be closure. But justice is coming. Justice always comes. Energy always balances itself out here, okay? But I feel like High Priestess reverse, the Moon, and the 7 of Swords is never a good combination, because it is about lies, deceit, hidden truths, okay? But the fact that the 7 of Swords is in reverse, this all being revealed to us. That's the Sun, okay? And so the Hermit with the Lantern and the Sun is like, you, by moving away, getting clear for self, it provides clarity in a situation here. It provides massive transformation where things were stuck, where things weren't moving forward here. Okay, so let's see what's with this communication. What's with this good news communication? Page of Wands. That's you exploring outside of whatever this energy is, okay? But what is this communication that's coming? I do feel this is some sort of a reconciliation, or someone, again, with the 7 swords in reverse, wanting to talk about the 7 swords, where things were unclear, about the ending, about the transformation, about, you know, a Fool in reverse that didn't go anywhere, a reverse Knight of Pentacles that was stuck on the ground, that couldn't be dependable, couldn't rely on it, couldn't find any sort of commitment. What's with this Page of Wands? Spirits, Ace of Cups, look at that. A new beginning, an emotional new beginning. Relationships, beginnings, love. Okay, look at this Dove, it's all about peace, finding peace and harmony. The Ace of Cups is also about self-love. New beginning. Okay. 9 Wands. So this is the resilience card. This is fighting for what we believe in. Okay. This is also the boundaries. So I feel like you're needing to put boundaries in order to support your own sort of self-worth, filling your own cup, show a level of strength here, okay, and fight for what you believe in. And this could be quite a defensive energy here, yeah. So you can manifest power, action, skill. So Magician's also communication, Virgo and Taurus energy. So I feel like communication is coming in for you, okay? Once you understand your own self-worth and have a new beginning for yourself, and this is what you need to fight for, and create strong boundaries. Because if it's not aligned with your greater sort of understanding or your values here, or what you believe in, then unfortunately it contradicts it. So you need to stand strong and firm, okay? And the piece here I think you'll find is that the communication will open up here. There will be an ability for you to manifest something different than what you've been manifesting here, okay? Because the Magician is all about you being the master of creating what you want. You're not sort of in someone else's sort of agenda, you know, where they're being manipulative and you're having to play at the mercy of what they want here. This is you bringing in from the ethereals whatever you see in towards manifestation here, like actual, you know, practical security here, okay? Like manifesting it, seeing it, creating it, something you can actually depend upon here, okay? But you need to fight for this in a way that's not, you know, fighting because you need to chase it or attain it and do all sorts of things, but chase it as in come to a clear understanding that if you're not pursuing it, moving towards it, then you're going to be stuck in something that doesn't allow you to create it. So the boundaries will allow you to keep something out of your energy field here that isn't aligned with you manifesting this, okay? But I do feel there's communication here. I do strongly feel there's communication coming through here that will provide you with more insight towards how to manifest, how to move forward, how to find peace, okay, and start anew here. So this is what I have, pile number 2. I hope this helped you guys. I love you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. You guys picked this deck right here. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas and this Heart Stone. Let's take a look at your existing energy, okay? So your current energy, what's going on around you, and how will your situation sort of resolve itself? What sort of guidance is Spirit wanting to give to you, advice? What are you needing to know about your existing situation? And see what comes through, okay? So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 3. What's the energy around them at this time? What are they needing to know? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. What is going on energetically around pile number 3, spirits? What are they needing to know? Thank you so much. Now, keep in mind this is energy around you, so this could be you, it could be someone around you. If I say it's you and it sounds like someone else, then you might need to crisscross the energies. I don't know what I'm going to see. Could just be one energy, could be multiple. But just use your intuition. What you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is sitting right with you. Okay. Don't force anything to fit. Those 2. No, 3. And one more. Okay. We have the Fool, Aquarius energy. And let us reveal your oracle cards. Trust. Wow. Blind trust. And we have overcome fear. Look at that. I'm getting Hermit energy from this. Lantern. Okay, Virgo energy. An Ace of Wands, I'm also getting new beginning, inspired new beginning, passion, overcome fear, and we have resilience. Look at that, a beautiful fox. Foxes could be sneaky energy. Okay, and so if there's something sneaky or something we can't trust, there's also an energy here of trust. So I'm feeling like something we can't trust, something to trust. Maybe I don't know, we need to pull something off stealth-like, or maybe we feel like we're being deceived, or something we don't know that we can trust. Okay, let's see what's under the Fool. We have the 11 of Presents. So this is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Fool and the Page of Pentacles. Look at this Page of Pentacles. Interesting. 2 Jack in the Box. And the Jack in the Box is kind of like a surprise, right? Like we don't know what to expect. This is not giving me any sort of Page Pentacle energy. And we have 2 here. I feel like there's something you don't know what to expect, and obviously with the Fool, this is all about us not knowing what to expect, you know. The Fool is the beginning of a journey, and some people like to take risks and other people do not, because of not knowing exactly where they'll be led to. And sometimes we have to take risks in order for us to have expansion and growth in our life. And so I feel here there's something you're not trusting, or you don't know if you can trust it, and you don't know if you should take a chance on it, and you're not knowing what to expect, and you don't want to be surprised. Is it an opportunity you can trust? Let's see. The Lovers in reverse. So Lovers is about, it could be partnership, and it's all about choices, and we're seeing the 2 here as well, like I said. So there's a choice to be made in regards to maybe choosing a relationship or choosing a path or a destined thing here that we're not sure if we can trust. So we didn't choose it, or it didn't happen, or it's not coming together. Ace of Candles. Remember I said I was feeling Ace of Wands? Okay, very strong. I was feeling that Ace of Wands coming through with this one, because Ace of Wands is all about a new beginning in following our passion, you know, an inspired action. And I also just heard seeing the way. And so because I heard blind trust here with this trust, their eyes are closed. It's like, yeah, there's like a message here about having blind trust to see the way here, despite confusion and you not seeing, because I feel you're not seeing something. I feel like you're although this is smoke, I'm getting clouds from this, which is all about us not seeing clearly, you know, and maybe what we're seeing is something might be a trick, or can I trust it? Is it something that's trustworthy? And we don't know, or we might not trust ourselves. Like I said, like we don't trust ourselves. We might have to, like, do we have to play a trick in some way, or be sly in some way, or clever, you know? So we're not sure how to play the game, or what it is we need to do here to protect ourselves, or to not get hurt, or to do something here, and we don't want to risk more than we need to. But I feel like something here hasn't chosen, or didn't get chosen here. And Lovers obviously is like I said, this destined path or partner or a decision. Okay, and so we have the Emperor, divine masculine energy. Emperor is all about order, structure, you know, taking matters into our own hands to make decisions, to get empowered. This is taking action. Okay, right action with the Emperor here. Hermit energy is still popping through here, because Hermit is all about the introspection, to know what to act on. You know, when we sit with our inner self, we get a good guidance system to lead us in the dark so that we can take action. But I don't know that we've taken action or chosen something here, a path that speaks to us with the Lovers here. Some destined path here, some destined partnership, some decision we're needing to make here. And I think the decision certainly revolves around taking a leap of faith or to start something new. The devil, yeah, we're stuck with some sort of devil energy, okay? So devil is unhealthy ways of thinking, believing. It could be unhealthy ways of being that keeps us stuck and chained to something. So we feel bound to something, you know? And devil could be addictions and obsessions and dark sort of passions. But I feel like for some of you guys, I don't feel you trust yourself, or if there is someone around you you can trust, and you'll have to play it by ear. But I feel like the devil is stemming from you is what I feel here, you know, and I feel like it's because of the fact that we can't trust, because of the devil energy that's still in your energy field, and that's you either projecting what you think is going to happen to this situation, or projecting what you think that you need to be, or what you think, I don't know, like there's a projection here, you know, and it keeps you stuck to something. Capricorn energy. I feel there's also an energy coming through of needing control. You know, needing control, like I am in control here. Like the Emperor's shadow side is someone who might need control, who might feel out of control when we don't see in front of us. If we have to take a risk but we don't see, then we feel like, well, if I can't see, then I need to stay put. I can't make decisions. If I'm not in control, then I don't really want to explore or grow or see or trust or any of that. Meanwhile, there's a need to get a better understanding about self. That maybe that stemmed from a fear. Maybe that stemmed from devil energy. You know, like it's not healthy to be in that sort of an energy thinking, okay, well, if I need control of my own life, then I need to be in control of seeing things. And that's not necessarily true, that you can see in the dark here, but that there's a need to come closer to yourself, to understand self, and to detach from devilish thoughts of maybe needing control or feeling, I don't know, like whatever this energy is that I'm feeling here. So here we have the Three of Presents, which is 3 Pentacles. I'm so sorry. I really got to check that Presents is Pentacles, because now I'm not getting Pentacle energy at all from these presents, and I haven't used this deck in a minute. So what is Pentacles? Okay, Candles I know for sure is Wands. Presents. Sorry, I think it's at the beginning. Okay, so Needles is Swords. Presents is Pentacles, yes. Candles is Wands. And Potions is Cups. Okay, so it is Pentacles. Not getting 3 Pentacles from this, but it was in reverse. Okay, so traditional 3 Pentacles is collaborating, working with another, being able to create something here. 2 people working together to create something. Okay, I'm feeling same energy I was feeling from this 11, which was the Page of Pentacles. It's like there's these 2 energies, like 2 people that are needing to trust each other in some way here, like not knowing what to expect here. Like one doesn't know what to expect from the other doesn't know what to expect from the other. And here is like, again, 2 energies, and we see someone really tall here, someone really small, and it's like, are we, I don't know, like, yeah. And then 2 people here, it's like, I don't know that you feel on the same page as someone, or that you can trust someone, or what to expect from someone here, or are they gonna help or hinder? Like, and I feel again with bats, you're not seeing something, and I think that's part of the devil, is like you're not either not wanting to see something, or something isn't revealed to you just yet, And so what you are seeing is like where things are not working, or where there is too much risk, or where you're seeing sort of the downside, or you're seeing something, projecting something that's keeping you feeling stuck. And this little mummy guy has one eye, which one eye always gives me like the third eye, and that's the intuitive knowing. So it's almost like you're needing to listen to an intuitive knowing because you can't see something. And maybe you're the type of person here that's very emperor. It's like, if I don't see it, it doesn't sort of exist here. You know, but there's something greater going on here, I feel, that you're needing to listen to your intuition about, a greater understanding, like have blind trust in it. And I don't know that you feel you can do this. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, you're not seeing, again, clarifying. Okay, so High Priestess in reverse, when it's in reverse, it's like we're not privy to some information. We don't see some sort of truth. It could be deception, lies, deceit. Okay, it could be just being really cut off from our intuition, not listening to that inner voice or that understanding. So that's definitely devil. You know, it's like, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist here. And meanwhile, if we silenced our mind and listened to our intuition, we would feel what a truth is. But you might be in this sort of more emperor energy of I need to create, and the only way to create is to do, and the only way to do is for me to see. And if you're not seeing it, then it's like I can't trust it. And so I don't know if you trust yourself in this situation, or you know what to expect, because something's not clear to you. And so you can't create here, you know, or work with another, or show up for another, or choose another, or choose to work with someone, take action on something. The moon, you know, we're not seeing again. This is all interesting because all three readings is about seeing something. And so I feel like we're seeing something in the moonlight. We're seeing maybe what we think appears in a certain way, and it's not, you know, because sometimes in the moonlight we see a shadow look like something else, and in the daylight it's something completely different. So the bats, again, were coming through as a need to navigate using a different system than we're used to, because bats navigate using sonar, which is a lot different than most creatures on Earth, which use, you know, our eyes to see and navigate. The bats kind of use this navigational system, which is kind of like this intuition that's guiding you, because I think you're not seeing something or privy to something, and so you're seeing the worst of it, which provides you with fear and keeps you stuck, or keeps you in some sort of energy here of thinking you're being lied to, or not seeing a truth, or not trusting. And here we have the Nine of Pentacles, lots of pentacles. So this is the self-independence card, okay? This is the single card, making ourselves available, freedom, success. It's all about self, what we build for self. So I feel like there's a misunderstanding. This could certainly tie to pile one, okay? There's a misunderstanding we have here, or some sort of fear we have here about maybe losing our autonomy or independence, how we could build something successful for self. And so it's an understanding you might have here of something that you think you see, but I don't feel you're seeing it clearly. I think it's stemming from fear and a need to dive into the subconscious here with this moon, because Hermit kept coming through for me, which is us sitting with all of ourselves, including our inner beliefs, to really review situations from an honest perspective, so that we can really lean into the truth and follow sort of our light here that's going to guide us. And the light comes from the intuition. Regardless of what we see in front of us, we sort of trust where we're going. We take action on that. We don't sort of take action on the fear. We don't let our fears dictate where we go, you know, and I feel like there's a choice you want to make here, a decision you want to make here, but I think fear is getting in the way, and you not recognizing your subconscious intuition of what it's trying to tell you. It's getting in the way, and there's a lot of fear here that you can't trust it. You can't trust the situation. You can't trust yourself. You can't trust that it's going to not allow you to be confident or provide you with autonomy or stability of sorts for self. But it's not true. You're not seeing it clearly. So let's see. What is Spirit wanting you to know more about this situation? Let's have some tea. All right, pile 3. Very similar to 1 in a way. Spirit, what, this one is really wanting to come out. Spirit, for pile number 3. What are they needing to know? What did I miss? Why are we seeing this exactly? And what sort of questions do they have if they're resonating with this in regards to this situation and this set of circumstances? What are they needing to know? Thank you so much, Spirit. No. Deeper insight into this situation, please. Okay, 7 wands. So this is us fighting for what we believe in, standing our ground. Could be the defensive card, fighting, keeping everything and everyone out in order to stand our ground for our beliefs. Temperance, balance, healing. 2 people, 2 things, us and something coming together to create something. Okay, so we have the Page of Presents, Page of Pentacles. So what was the 11? Oh my goodness, you guys. That 11 of Presents, which was Pentacles, was actually a 2 of Pentacles. So that's why we were getting that 2 Jack in the boxes, okay? And 2s are all about balance. 2s are all about balance. Duality, choices again, and the Lover was choices. So that's why I was getting that through there. And that was the 2, not 11. Because so Page is the 11 of Pentacles, okay? Or Page. So interesting, this did come out as well, because this is an opportunity, okay? This is an opportunity to have something we can manifest. Like chasing up an opportunity. The Fool would certainly start at the beginning of exploring what an opportunity looks like if the Fool is trusting his intuition. He doesn't reject an opportunity. He looks at an opportunity and explores that option, okay? So let's see. Page of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. 3 Wands, expansion. Yeah, an opportunity to expand, to move forward, to grow. And look at the Bat again coming through, very strong for me. So in order to grow, okay, yourself, for you to have expansion, for you to have movement in your life, to go on a journey of growth, exploration, there needs to be a trusting in our intuition. And we probably don't see it, but there's an opportunity in front of you. And I feel fear might be holding you back here. Yeah, Ace of Wands again. Okay, this is following what our passions are. I feel like it's something you're very passionate about with the Ace of Pentacles. You're inspired to move towards this, okay? And I feel like you're just not seeing clearly the way. And I feel like you're not seeing it because you're not listening to your intuition. I feel like you're trying to see it in a different way. And so I feel like there is lots of confusion here. And so you're not trusting that there actually is an opportunity or that you could have growth here. 6 of Swords. So this is moving out of difficult situations into calmer waters where things are more tranquil for us. Moving out of difficult 5 Swords situation where there's conflict, you know, sabotaging, where nobody seems to win or no one's really agreeing. Following our passion, I just keep hearing that, you know. I feel like there's some sort of desire you have here. And Spirit wants you to move towards whatever this is. Like to get out of whatever state you're in. Because I feel you're in devil energy right now, you know. So Knight of Candles in reverse. Yeah, you're not following that. You know, again, that Ace of Wands. The Knight of Candles is the type of energy that moves towards what he desires. It's an act now, think later type energy. But the Knight of Wands does pursue what brings him joy. And I feel like we're not pursuing this. Okay, you're not trusting to pursue it. Yeah, imbalance, Justice in reverse. Libra energy. So we're not finding balance. We're not finding justice in a situation because we're not trusting ourselves to move forward, because we're held back by fear, distrust, not seeing something, not listening to our intuition, completely cut off, fighting for maybe potentially the wrong thing, standing our ground, trying to defend our territory. King of Presents. This is the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The most committed king here, long-term, stable, secure, father energy. Okay, so I feel like there's something stable you can create, something secure you can create that would bring justice. And I think there's a lot of imbalance in regards to what you're committing to and your long-term sort of stability here, because you're not pursuing some sort of passion. You're not allowing yourself to expand or move towards whatever this opportunity is. And you're being asked by Spirit to trust, you know, that you don't need to completely see so much what it is that you're fearing, but just trust that your intuition is going to guide you in the right direction. Just move out of devil energy, move out of what doesn't work, what doesn't feel right, and lean into what you're attracted to here with this Ace of Wands. Something's really pulling to you, you know, and you know it inside. If you sit with your intuition, you will see what that is. Okay, if you're sort of confused, you're not quite sure, I feel like it's burning very strong here, and it's inside of you. And it's always been there inside of you. It's like really calling to you. And maybe we're not listening to it, or we don't want to see it or believe it or trust it. We're not trusting our intuition, that guidance system. So we create this imbalance, unjust situations. We stay in 5 swords. We stay in devil energy. We create unjust situations. And I feel the universe wanting to gift to you this stability, this security, this greater commitment. Like you want your 9 pentacles, I feel here. And this is above and beyond a 9 pentacle. Not only are you going to get your own independence and stability with the 9 pentacles that I feel you want, your freedom, but the King of Pentacles has more than that, more abundance than a 9 pentacles, is very secure, very confident, has the freedom, and is able to be secure here and have a long-term sort of game plan in place that cannot be shook by any sort of set of circumstances. Whereas the 9 of Pentacles could certainly fluctuate because it's not as long-term and grounded and stable as this King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're seeing something in one way, but you can attain something greater than that, much more greater than that. Okay, but you don't see it because we're not trusting it. So let's see, what's Spirit wanting you to know then about this? Spirit, for pile 3, what is the guidance then here for pile 3 if they are stuck, what they're needing to do, trust their intuition? What more do they need to know? What do they need to hear? What's going to help them resolve this sort of situation that they're in? Clear and concise message. What will help pile 3 resolve this situation? Anything they're still questioning that they need to know to allow them to move forward, Spirit. 2 Pentacles. That's the back and forth. Okay, that's the back and forth imbalance. I need to choose. We can't, we don't really trust what's coming out. We don't want to be surprised. And I feel like if you choose wisely and listen to your intuition, you won't be surprised, because the King of Pentacles is like the most, nothing surprising about a King of Pentacles. Very, very practical, very sort of consistent, no surprises, very stable, very secure. You know what to expect, very resilient. Why is this 2 Pentacles keep showing up, Spirit? This need to choose. 2s are all about partnership, balance, duality, and choices. And I mean, the Lovers came out, which is also choices and also about partnership. So we have the 2 of Cups, not the 11. So 2 of Cups, partnership, 2s again, okay? Balance, which was the Justice, and also Temperance we saw. Balance, 2 things, partnership, 2 things, 2 of Pentacles, 2 things. So you and someone else, okay? So I feel like this is a partnership. This is having balance between 2 people, seeing eye to eye, you know, give and take. Equal reciprocity, equal emotions here. So I feel like there's something up in the air, going back and forth. I need to choose. This is a need to prioritize. This is us trusting the fact that a decision we make is going to bring about balance and healing. Okay, so let's see. We have the Hermit. Yes, not surprised to see Hermit, because this was the energy I was feeling. How do we trust our own decision? How do we get out of turbulency? We have to go within. Okay, and when we go within, we have to really, really sit with ourselves and reflect and ask ourselves, what do we really want? Because that Ace of Wands is something we really, really want and feel very passionate about. We're really pulled towards this thing. That's going to guide us in making a decision here. Not our fear, not what could be, not that what we don't trust or don't see, but what do we feel pulled to? Okay, so Virgo energy here. The Page of Pentacles now coming out again in reverse. So there is an opportunity here that could present itself, and we could shut it down, or we could choose to follow up on an opportunity here. And this is all about being reliable, stable, like if it's in reverse, it's like we're not able to rely on something here, unreliable energy here. And I feel like it's yourself. There's something about yourself. Maybe you're not relying on your own ability to choose. 7 Pentacles. 7 Pentacles, yeah, like to choose where to invest. Energetically to invest, because 7 Pentacles is us sort of putting in our energy and our time and dedication to something and wanting to reap the harvest here. And we could feel like just giving up because we haven't really attained what we wanted from something, so I feel like you're energetically giving to something that hasn't yet provided what you want. And you can invest all you want there. If it doesn't provide what you want, Spirit is saying, are we turning down an opportunity that's in front of us, a choice in front of us to attain something we want? But we need to know what it is we really want. Or do we want to continue to invest in something that isn't giving to us something like that is secure, that is stable, that does give us our independence and freedom, because our understanding of what we think is independence and freedom is actually us just burning and turning. Okay, so now we have the 2 again of Wands. So like I said, 2, balance, duality, choices. 2 is also High Priestess, which is our intuition coming through very strong. I need to trust our intuition or inner knowing. 2 is also Justice reduced in the tarot, which is again that we saw there in reverse, something out of balance, needing to be just. And then the 2 is also Judgment reduced in the tarot. Okay, and Judgment is about us sitting with a greater truth, a greater understanding, and being very honest with ourselves and our situation and saying, is this the truth of what I feel and want and desire? Is this an opportunity? And am I just rejecting it or not giving to an opportunity here because of fear that I can't trust it, or I don't see something, that I'm scared something might happen unsuspectedly? And so this 2 Wands is again, I need to choose. I need to decide which wand, do we want to choose the one that has surprises but allows for the expansion for the 3 Wands? Because after 2 Wands is 3 Wands, growth, expansion. It'll allow you to be in a King Pentacles type energy, Or do you want to stick to the one that's security that but the security is giving to a situation that doesn't have any fruit, that you can't harvest anything here, that doesn't allow there to be a partnership or a balanced give and take here. 7 Candles, yeah, it's like fighting for what exactly, like you stand the higher ground here with the 7 of Wands. So whatever you fight for, you could certainly make happen. But if we're fighting for the fact to remain in a situation where we're giving to something that doesn't manifest for us, it doesn't manifest, and we just keep giving to it, we're not going to get what we want. Okay, so I feel what you want is a balanced partnership here, but I feel like your belief is maybe skewed, or maybe we're still in Devil. So let's see, 3 cards, Spirits, as a final message here. I feel like we're still sort of missing something. Can we wrap up this reading with 3 cards? What is it that pile 3 is needing to know? Thank you so much for this guidance for pile 3. Page of Candles, yes, following your passion, not allowing your fear to get in the way. The Page of Candles is the Page of Wands, which is this exploratory energy. So not afraid to go and follow his passion and start to explore. Okay, King of Candles, confidence, Aries, Leo, Sag, going after what we want, having the confidence to make things happen. Lots of passion pulling through here, lots of fiery energy, okay? And I feel like there might be fear. Maybe you're not confident enough in achieving something here, going after what you want. And Spirit is saying, go after what you want. Pile number 3. Queen of Candles, look at that. Divine counterparts, King and Queen of Candles, okay? Fiery partnership, again, with the 2s. So, could be someone you desire here with this Queen of Wands. Somebody who you feel is your equal, okay? And so, I'm getting masculine, feminine energy. And I feel like there is this passionate pull here happening. And I feel like both parties here are passionate about each other. But I feel like there's something here you're not trusting. And Spirit is saying to go after your passions. That any sort of distrust you have here is coming from your inability to lean into your own intuition, your own understanding. Trust in Spirit. Have blind trust in your intuition. If you are fearful of what might happen, then you will forever live in some sort of fear state. And to allow your passions to guide you here, okay? Like have the confidence and trust in your ability to make this decision, because there is an opportunity here that I feel you're not pursuing out of fear of the unexpected and staying in the safe zone or the comfort zone, which is the same old energy we keep dedicating ourselves to, but we don't attain something greater for ourselves. And so we might fight and resist. But I feel like there's a need to find harmony, balance, justice between 2 people here, okay? And so if we're not doing this, we're not authentically aligned to the truth. We're deceiving ourselves in some way here, okay? And resilience keeps coming through with this 7 wands. Like you're resilient enough here to accomplish something. So if you don't trust that you can, Spirit is saying you can. This King of Candles is the most sort of resilient card in the tarot, because this King of Wands never gives up. Fights for what he wants in a way here that always ends up getting him exactly what he wants. And there is never a doubt here that the King of Wands gets, doesn't get what he wants. He always gets what he wants. He doesn't back down. There's no bouts of fear with this King of Wands, okay? And we saw Emperor, which is the confidence to make something happen. So I feel like you lack the confidence or the ability or trust in yourself, okay? And Spirit is saying you just need to follow what you know inside is right, and trust that your confidence will come and that you're capable of making this happen, and that there is this beautiful partnership here that's reflecting and mirroring back to you, okay? So yeah, that's what I have. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, beautiful pile number 3. I am tempted to see the bottom of the deck. The Fool, exactly as we started. Risk it. Take the chance. Take the leap. Take the blind leap of faith here. Trust that where you'll land is exactly what you want here. Okay? Like trust in yourself to take that leap of faith. Aquarius energy. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.